So like I said, guys, OnePlus 7T in 2020, is it still worth it? I'm going to go over my thoughts of the device, a little bit of specs for it as well. You probably already know all the specs for the OnePlus 7T. I'm just going to go over what I think of it. Is it still worth it in 2020, etc. So the OnePlus 7T came out in October. The OnePlus 7 Pro, of course, being the big one of them all. The OnePlus 7T is supposed to be the, I guess, upgrade from the OnePlus 7, and then you have the OnePlus 7 Pro. Two very different looking devices. My device for a long time was the OnePlus 7 Pro until the OnePlus 7T came out. Now I feel real differently about this one, being just one of my favorite phones of the year. 6.55 inch fluid AMOLED display. It is a 1080p display, but you would not even know the difference. It's a really nice display. You do have the option for 90 hertz as well, and it is a full 90 hertz refresh rate. It does not jump around between 60 and 90. You can put it on 60 as well, but it's not like the Pixel 4 to where it jumps around. Really nice display. I prefer this over the Pixel just because it's at true 90 hertz all the time. Battery life doesn't really take that much of a hit using this one, so that's really nice. Excellent display. You have screen calibration modes that you could adjust the screen calibration on this phone. Really nice display. At being at 1080p, you wouldn't even know the difference. This is a beautiful display. It is a flat display, unlike the one on the OnePlus 7 Pro, to where it has a curved display on it. I like the curved display. I just did not like the glare that it gave when you're watching videos on YouTube. As you can see right there's a huge glare on the curves of the device, which on here on the OnePlus 7T, you don't get that interruptions when you're watching videos. So I pretty much prefer the form factor of the 7T over the 7 Pro, just because it just feels nicer in the hand. It's thinner, it's not as wide. It just has a nice feel to it. This display is flat. There's no interruptions other than the notch, which is not that bad. It's smaller than the one on the 6T and the OnePlus 6. So no problem with the notch for me. I really don't care. Hole punch notch is fine. It's not that big and it doesn't really get in the way of anything. You can hide that notch if you want to in the settings. Snapdragon 855 Plus processor, which is in between the 855 and the 865. 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of UFS 3.0 storage. Storage on here is excellent when you're transferring files to your computer or vice versa. They are going to transfer really fast. Downloading stuff is going to be really fast on this device. No problems here with storage. I had a problem to where I was getting a little bit high off my storage, but I went ahead and deleted some stuff that I didn't need, and now I'm back to 44% used. And like I said, this is 5 months in on this device. I keep like 15 gigs of music on my device, so that takes up a little bit of room, but 128 gigabytes for this phone in 2020 is perfect. I think there is no micro SD card expansion, unfortunately. The camera on here is very capable. You do have a 3-camera system, your regular wide, your ultra wide, and your telephoto lens. So really nice cameras. You're going to be seeing some pictures flash across your screen of some pictures that were taken with the OnePlus 7T. The front-facing camera, I believe, is a 16 megapixel camera. Excellent selfies. Portrait mode works well. It's not the best, but it still works well, especially for what you're getting this phone for. I believe it's like maybe $599 or $499. Very capable cameras. Updates are pretty good with this. This is the T-Mobile variant, so my update on here actually was on I believe it was, it might have been December for a while, but I just recently got the February update for this device last night. So definitely rocking that. It is just a security update. It is up to date. It took a while, but it is up to date. Design quality on here, I definitely like over the OnePlus 7 Pro just because it looks different. Now, why they chose this design with the circular camera bump, I do not know. The regular 7 and the 7 Pro look like this. Even the 7T Pro looks like the 7 Pro. The 7T is the only one that has this circular bump on there. Maybe they were trying something new, but you know what? I like it. I have no problems with it. It definitely differentiates itself from the rest of the 7 lineup, and I really don't mind it. It looks different. You really don't see a lot of phones with a circular back camera bump on the back, so I really like the design of this phone. It feels excellent in the hands. The alert slider is a little bit smaller than it is on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Really nice design. The speaker grill is up here. It's nicely hidden. Speaker at the bottom, USB Type-C, your SIM port, power button on the right, and volume rocker on the left. And this phone feels excellent in the hands. Like I said, no accidental touches with that curved screen because there is no curved screen. It looks excellent. It feels great. I really like the design quality on here. IP water resistance, there is no IP rating, but it is splash proof. And I do believe that it is waterproof. They just didn't spend the extra money for that rating. Warp Charge 30 on here is excellent. It's a Warp Charge 30T, so that is really great. You can get an excellent charge in like 30 minutes, which is fantastic. One of the fastest chargers I had, it's like maybe 5 to 10% faster than the one on the 7 Pro. So it's really not that much faster. They just call it 30T. So really nice, really excellent fast charging. No wireless charging, unfortunately. The software on here is excellent. Android 10, one of the latest softwares that you can have on a device. So this is really nice. Another good reason to get this phone. Sure, Android 11 has developer previews that might be coming out at the end of the year, but you could be sure that OnePlus is going to get a version of Android 11 as well. Oxygen OS, Oxygen 10, really nice software. I really prefer this over Google, to be honest, and definitely over Samsung. Samsung has gotten a lot better, but Oxygen OS is definitely one of my favorite operating systems on a phone. It's stockish. You could customize it. You got gestures. Really nice. I really enjoy Oxygen OS. When you're playing music and your phone is on the table, you could swipe down and it'll play for you, and then you could switch tracks just by swiping on the screen while it is off on a desk. It's really nice. I find this useful every time I use it. I kind of missing it on my Pixel 4. Definitely missed that feature. Double tap the power button to go into your camera or Snapchat. Really nice. I really enjoy these features. Low price tag, definitely a bang for your buck. Like I said, you can get this phone for like $599. I believe on T-Mobile it's $599, or you could probably find it cheaper elsewhere for like $499. For the specs that you're getting on this, it's really nice. You definitely cannot beat the price on this phone. You are getting, a 48 megapixel main sensor, 16 and a 12 megapixel triple camera setup. The main selling point will be this 90 hertz display. Really nice display. You cannot beat it. Yes, it's not 120 hertz, but who cares? 90 hertz, I believe, is a sweet spot, especially that, most people will notice. Most people don't even notice it is 90 hertz. So really nice. No complaints here. Battery life on here, it's got a 3700 milliamp hour battery. No complaints on the battery. I actually think this one outperforms the Pixel 4 XL, and that one only has, I believe this one is a 3800. The Pixel is a 3700 milliamp hour. Sorry, my bad. And this one definitely outperforms the Pixel by far. Great battery life on here. You wouldn't think so because there's a smaller battery and at 90 hertz, but it is a 1080p display, so it's got less pixels to push and to run. So battery life on here, absolutely great. No complaints. This phone could last me a good 8 hours at work and then on to the next day without having to charge. And that's with streaming music all night, texting, Snapchat, going on YouTube and things like that. So really nice battery life. I don't know if I have any screenshots of this with the battery. I definitely do not. But battery life on here, like I said, is really good. UFS 3.0 storage, like I said, fast storage speeds. Oxygen OS, best on the market right now. Definitely right underneath Google, if not better than Google stock software. The cons of this phone, I believe, they're not very many, but there are some. No wireless charging, obviously that's a given. Apparently they're going to bring that on the OnePlus 8 Pro. But yeah, wireless charging, I definitely do miss that. I'm glad I have it back on my Pixel 4 XL. No official IP rating, which some people may care about, some people don't. You can't get this phone wet. I have gotten it wet before. It's fine. Go out in the rain. Just don't go swimming with it or deep sea diving with this, and you'll be okay. Camera quality on here, it may not be the best on there. I'll play some videos for you in just a bit. Taken with this, some footage taken with the OnePlus 7T. Cameras on there aren't as good as the Pixel 4, I give you that, but they are not bad cameras. A lot of updates have gone out to this device. These cameras might be a little bit better than the 7 Pro. So camera quality on here, especially for the price, is really good. No issues right there. No headphone jack, unfortunately, on here, which I definitely am missing. A lot of phones aren't coming out with headphone jacks, and they do not include an adapter. So that is really shitty of OnePlus not to include a headphone jack adapter. No micro SD card expansion as well. I am definitely missing that, since I definitely like to put all my music on a micro SD card and then put it on my device and I'm ready to go. So definitely missing that micro SD. Hopefully I get that back soon. 3800 milliamp hour battery may not be that large, but it is large enough, trust me. A lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't have a 4000 or 5000 milliamp hour battery. 3800 milliamps is definitely good enough. My Galaxy S10 that I had before had a 3400 milliamp hour battery. That was horrible. So 38 and above, you should be fine. No 5G for 2020, that's subjective. I know a lot of people are on the 5G craze right now. You really don't need it, but a lot of people might say, oh, that's 7T for 2020, it's not future proof, it's not 5G compliant. Well, that's all right. 5G probably won't be available, stable version of it, at least till the end of the year, so you still got plenty of time for this. You're still getting updates on this device, so it is definitely future proof enough for you to get it and to have your $500 or $600 money worth on this device. Some may not like the camera bump. I don't mind it, but a lot of people talk shit about it. I really don't mind it. I love it. It gives this phone a unique look. If you don't want that bump on there, get a case, slap it on there. The case that comes with this is definitely good enough to cover that bump and to protect it. Those are all my cons of this phone. Like I said, you probably be seeing some pictures flash that I've taken with this phone. And then I'm gonna go ahead and play you some video in a moment. That way you guys can check out how the footage looks using the OnePlus 7T. How's it going, YouTube? Sick Eric back again with another video, and today we're gonna be doing the OnePlus 7T in 2020. How is this phone holding up? Should you still buy it? And yeah, it's gonna be my review, my long-term review, I guess. This phone has been out for a while now. OnePlus 7T in 2020, is it still worth it? Should you guys buy it? Stick around and we'll show you. This is the front-facing camera, 1080p. Of course, it maxes out at 1080p. Just want to let you guys know exactly how this looks, and don't go anywhere. Be right back. OnePlus 7T, super stable on. Again, 1080p. Walking pretty quickly. Not too fast, but a nice, good walk. Let me know how that stabilization is going. Looks good. OnePlus 7T, super stable on. Let me know how it looked, guys. OnePlus 7T, recording at 1080p, 60 frames per second. OnePlus 7T, 1080p, 60 frames per second. And I'm walking. Let me know what you guys think. OnePlus 7T, 1080 frames per second. Walking. How's it look? Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed those footage of the OnePlus 7T that was taken with the OnePlus 7T. A lot of 1080p, 4K video. Really excellent video on this, no problems. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. That is quite all right. Got my cat crying in the background, so I'm gonna go ahead and give her some attention. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.